Not Your Average Radio. Big homie Monski, mixbosses.com. Hey, I got a special guest in the house. Hey, I'll let him introduce himself, man. Special guest, let him know.
Yo, what's cracking, man? It's your boy RobWrite in the building.
That's right. The homie RobWrite is in the building. Well, he's not really in the building, but he's here with us at the interview. So it's dope. It's dope either way. Yeah. That's what's up, man. So how you doing, brother?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Real quick, I always, when I get people to interview, I always like to talk about how we met. You know what I mean? It gives it like a perspective of, where we're coming from, how we know each other, that kind of stuff. First off, shout out to the homegirl MissB, also Barbara Sanchez. You know, she, introduced me to the homie Rob White. And, so that's really dope of her. So you guys came to the We the West, like she's like, oh, I'm going to invite all these people. We're going to do it big at We the West, and yourself and, VLF came through, and, at We the West, because we're actually running the show, so I'm like saying what's up to all kinds of people, meeting people, this and this and that. So I met you guys, said what's up. We talked for a little bit and showed, you guys looked around, stuff like that. And then I didn't see you guys again until this past Friday. And then this past Friday, I was like, oh man, nice to meet you guys, man. I've been wanting to meet you, and they were giving me the look like, we saw you at We the West. I was like, oh fuck. So I do apologize for that, man. I just, you meet so many people and you stay busy, so it's like, oh shit.
It's all good.
Dope, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, so that's how we met. We chilled basically all Friday. It was not even planned. The homegirl Miss B, she posted that they're gonna be at the that event with the homie Diego? Yeah, Diego. Yep. I want to call him George so bad. He looks like a George to me. But shout out to the homie Diego, man, from the Bloody Cure. Shout out to him, man. Yeah, so we started, she posted that she was going to be there, and I was like, hey, I'm not really doing anything this Friday, so I'm like, hey, let's go. And so I showed up. You guys were there. All the homies were there. So it was a good time, man.
Good times, definitely.
So yeah, that's what's up. So then we're like, hey, we definitely got to get you on Not Your Average Radio. We kind of talked about getting him towards the end of August, but here he is, man. That's how we get it done.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's basically what I know about you, and this is how we came across each other, man. But I do have a few questions to ask you, man. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Hey, basically the questions I want to know about every artist. You know what I mean? I want to know what every artist, like, where they come from, what makes them do what they do, and like where they want to be, kind of thing. So that's basically the basics, and we'll get into some stuff in the middle. That's what I want to know about you, man. Like, what got you started into music? I believe we were talking about you started kind of differently, a different genre of music. I think I remember we said that on Friday. So what made you get into music?
Well, actually, what really started me out, man, was because I didn't want to play sports no more, man. In high school, actually even prior to high school, I was playing sports pretty much all my life, man. So once I got into high school, I was doing my thing. Our real mix was stamped up, but we were doing our thing, man, and I just got tired of it. I was like, you know what? Luckily, I grew up in a family of musicians and singers, and so I just took a different route. I was like, you know what? I ain't trying to do football no more. I'm tired of the injuries and all that good stuff. So I decided to just venture into music, man, and started knocking on doors and working my way up. I started off in a rock band, actually, before I started doing R&B. So I think that's what we were talking about. But yeah, I started off in a rock band, and we played all over LA, all the big venues there. Shoot, yeah, now I'm just going at it, man, doing my R&B thing and getting in wherever I can, working, you know what I mean?
Right, of course. That's dope, man.
Yes, sir.
But you're doing your thing. You really have, and I just met you recently, like about a month ago or about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's pretty dope, because a lot of artists that I come across, like, I meet you, I play your music, but I don't really get to see you perform for like months. You know what I mean? And I saw you perform on Friday at the right there in Oxnard and shit like that. So that was dope. You did your thing. You guys definitely killed the stage. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So it was really dope. So that's dope. So you've been doing music for how long now?
About a little over 6 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm writing all this down, man, because I want, in case I want to refer to it back later. I'm also a student of my, the people that I interview and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm writing it down. I want to learn. I want to learn about everybody.
That's what's up.
And I hope you guys do too, man. People that are listening, because everybody has different experiences and opportunities, and how they came about it is definitely interesting. I think everybody's different. But anyways, man. Okay, so you've been doing this for 6 years now. I see you doing your thing. I think you guys guys talked about that you guys are working on a project right now. So what do you got going on right now? Or obviously we talked about in September, I believe you're gonna release something, right?
Yeah, in September, I'm going to be dropping a mixtape, and also we're getting ready for tour. That's coming a little bit later, but that's kind of some of the stuff I'm working on right now. I know Saturday, August 1st, I'll be at a fashion site presented by the Closet Junkies MV7 group. But yeah, man, I'm constantly in the studio recording, going at it, and just can't wait for tour, basically. I mean, to get out there.
That's what's up. Can you give us any details of the tour? Like where is it going to be? What cities?
No, well, we're still kind of working out the details right now. But yeah, man, we're trying to probably start out on the East Coast, possibly maybe work our way back this way, but we're still working out the details right now.
Damn, that's what's up. So it's like a legit tour, like across the country kind of tour.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn, you're doing a big thing. That's what's up, man. And not to how do you say this? Not to discredit any artist or anything like that. Sorry, I got a text right now for MissB. She wants to be part of the interview. Anyways, not to discredit any artist, but usually the artists that we talk to, they do shows, but they do a show like Orange County, LA, Bakersfield. You know what I mean? Like that's the tours that I'm used to people telling me. So when you telling me like, oh, we're gonna start on the East Coast and come back this way, it's like, holy shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, man, we working, man. I got a great team. You know what I mean?
And that's absolutely right. You could be a dope ass artist and do your thing on stage, but if your team isn't strong, you're only as strong as your weakest link, I guess you can say, right?
Absolutely, man. Because I know when I first started off, man, I try to do everything by myself. You know what I mean? From the recording to the management side, and I could tell you, especially as an artist coming up, man, like the team is definitely the most important thing. You know what I mean? More so than in anything, because you could, like you said, you could be good, man. You could have the best vocals, the best CDs, but if you don't have a good team behind, really none of that can matter.
Yep, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Okay, so we've been talking a little bit about how we met. We talked about where you come from, as an artist and what you're working on right now, man. So let's give the listeners, your supporters, obviously know your music, and people that listen to Not Your Average Radio, let's give them a taste, a little bit of your music, man. So, like we talked about, we got the Cruising track and we got We Made It. So go ahead and introduce those tracks, man, and I'll play them right here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Cruising, man, was co-written by my man VLF, and that's kind of like an Ice Cube feel, real West Coast type of feel. The We Made It track is actually featuring VLF. He's rapping on there, and that's just like feel good, like turn up track more so. You know what I mean? Something in the club you rage into. You know what I mean? So that's those songs right there.
And We Made It. That's the track that you guys performed on Saturday.
Yeah, yep.
Oh shit, I'm looking forward to this. I got the track. I'm excited now. So hey, let's get into it, man. That's what's up. Not Your Average Radio. We got the big homie RobWrite in the building. Let's get into some music, man. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Talk to him. RobWrite. Y'all ready? Let's go. We're cruising down the west side. Me and my girl turned up.
Not Your Average Radio, big homie Monski, mixbosses.com. I still have the homie RobWrite in the building. What's up, big homie?
Yes, sir. What's cracking, man?
Man, thank you for blessing us with those tracks, man. Yeah, those are those tracks that you guys performed on Friday. I remember them.
Yeah,
man, that's dope. Hey, you guys thought that sounded really dope on the radio. If you guys haven't seen this cat in person, you got to do it, man. I'm telling you, it was amazing. So dope ass show, brother.
I appreciate you, fam.
No doubt. By the sounds of it, no matter where you are across the United States, you would definitely be able to get across to a show, because this guy's going from east to west, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man, we working.
That's dope, man. All right, let's get back into some questions, brother. Obviously, the more I talk to you and a little bit that we talked behind the scenes, right now when your music was playing, like you're doing very, very well, and we all, I think you could see that in your music and obviously your tour that you're talking about, you know what I mean? So you're obviously doing big things, but we're all human. We're all human.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing ever is easy. Nothing's ever easy. If you don't mind telling us a story of like one of that you can remember off the top of your head, a difficulty that you came across in your process of making the music.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I can always say, man, the difficulty, like being, especially like a new artist, one is believing in yourself, man. That's generally the hardest part. Like whenever somebody asks me, you know, like what's some advice or something, but I would honestly say, like, keep believing in yourself and keep moving forward and never give up, you know what I mean? Because like I was telling you, did an interview with Q1047 not too long ago, and I think it was about 5-6 years ago. I went up there and I tried to give them my music, you know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, you know, we'll play it. And I never heard back from them, you know what I mean? They never really said nothing, and you know, so right then and there I could have just went home and, you know what, get it, I quit, blah blah blah. But instead, man, I just kept doing my thing, just kept improving, getting better and better. A couple of weeks ago, man, you know, got an interview on there, and now they're playing my music, you know what I mean? So really just about, man, just staying persistent, not giving up, and believing in yourself.
Man, that's a dope story. I love it. He told me this already right now off the air, and like I'm listening to him talk right now, and it's like he's telling me for the first time. It's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. You're absolutely. Hey, you're not the first person that says that. Miss Elinette really enforced that, and also the homie Crisco kid. Believing yourself, you know, that seems to be I'm writing this down every time someone says something. You know, like so far the most common thing that someone has said is believing yourself. Man.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, and it's funny. Real quick, I hate doing this because I'm like, it's your interview, and I keep like taking it over. I do that to everybody. But the reason he told me that story is because I have a similar story as a radio host. You know, like I always wanted to be a radio host, you know, with the homie Rico Mambo. And one time I actually went when they were at the Vibe. I went to the station and I asked the receptionist, I'm like, hey, how do I apply to be on air? And she was like, you know, send a demo of you talking, you know, and they had like the station playing in the lobby, and she just pointed up to the speaker like, you know, send a demo of you doing that. And I was like, yeah, for sure. You know, I'll do that. And of course I never did. And, you know, to make a long story short, I came across somebody that used to do online radio. So I'm like, hey, I've always wanted to do radio. Let me do my radio. So I did that for a little bit, and then I ended up doing my own. And 10 years later, unfortunately it took me 10 years, I actually met Rico and Mambo. I was live on the air with them, and that was like 3 weeks ago too. So you and I, that's kind of funny that about 3 weeks ago you were there as well. And, and yeah, it's like full circle, man. It's like, I'm sure you feel the same way, Rob, about how satisfying that feels, you know, like after 6 years, when they first talk to you, they're like, who is this guy, you know, and then 6 years later, it's like, hey, they're inviting you for an interview, you know, to play your music. Right. So it's like, that's what's up.
Yeah, and I was so, like, in the moment, like, I actually, like, when we first started, man, I almost froze, you know what I mean? Because in my head, I was thinking about the story, you know what I mean? I had to kind of pull it together. But yeah, man, definitely, you know, that's an exciting feeling, you know what I mean? It always feels like you're making progress when things like that happen.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, so we know how you got started. We know what you're working on right now, you know, and you blessed us with, you know, I like to say that you blessed us with a difficulty, because we could always learn the most, I believe, through your difficult times, you know? So you blessed us with that. So we want to know, obviously, we talked a little bit about your tour coming up, your mixtape coming up, but let's talk about, you know, that's like in the next couple of months. So after your tour and after the mixtape, in a year from now, where do you see yourself? You know, what's the next level for RobWrite?
A year from now, man, I'm believing, you know, Grammys, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a small dreamer, you know what I mean? I believe if you work hard enough, you can achieve anything, you know what I mean? I set my goals pretty high. So definitely, man, a Grammy under my belt, you know, and just continue being in the studio making albums, you know what I mean, and getting known, you know, a little bit more worldwide, you know what I'm saying, overseas, everywhere, you know what I mean, get my name out there, my music out there, my message out there, you know what I mean.
Man, that's dope. And yeah, you're right. When you talk, I turn off my mic, but he's on the phone, so when he's talking, I'm like, oh shit, when he said Grammys, and he reacted to what I said, but you guys didn't hear what I said. Anyways, that's dope, man. Hey, again, what do they say? Don't tell me sky's the limit when people have landed on the moon, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
Sky's not the limit. And again, it goes back to how much you believe in yourself is the limit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's definitely it, man. That's what's up. Again, man, the homie RobWrite is in the building, blessing us with knowledge and his music, of course, man. Dope ass music. And just, you know, just friendly chatter, stuff like that, man. But I know that you have to get going pretty soon. Like he said, he's always working. He told me he needed to go to the studio and work right after this. You still have a little bit of time. You want to drop some shout outs, let people know where they can contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me, man, on Instagram at RobWrite. Also, you can find my music on SoundCloud /Rob-Write, and that's WRITE. My Facebook is also Facebook /RobWrite. Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to my management, VLF, man. Also, my publicist, Barbara Sanchez, and MV7 Group. Also, quick shout out to my cousin Angela, because I know she's listening, man, and she's a huge supporter, and she's been helping me out a lot with a lot of my stuff. So, huge shout out to her, man, and just all the listeners, my family, you know what I mean, all my supporters, man.
That's what's up. Don't forget, I mean, don't think I didn't read it, but we're starting a reality show according to the picture. I saw it.
Yeah.
He posted a picture and it said that it's like we're about to start a reality show because we're like, you know, we're all dressed up, we're all doing like weird poses. It was crazy.
It looked like the Hills or something, Kardashian or something.
There you go, man. So hey, we're gonna keep working, brother. Again, it was nice to have you on the radio. Oh, real quick, what's your cousin's name that you just shouted out right now?
VLF.
No, the other one, the female.
Oh, Angela. Her name is Angela.
Angela. I gave her a shout out because she's like, you know, she's also showing love on my social media. I gave her a shout out, but I was like, I know I fucked up her name. So shout out to you.
Everybody, Angela, all this stuff. Yeah, it's Angela though. Yeah.
Angela. Shout out to you from the homie Monski. Thank you so much for the love. Okay, there you go. I said it right this time. I don't even know what I said. It wasn't even close to that. All right, man. Again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and play your tracks one more time. Because, man, these are dope tracks, man. I want to play one more time.
You,
so, thank you, man. I'm going to definitely keep them in rotation. And then in September, hopefully we can have you back, you know, to premiere your mixtape right here on Not Your Average Radio, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Again, this is the homie RobWrite. Make sure you check him out. It's Not Your Average Radio.